Hey everybody. I hope you are doing well. This lady on the screen has an interesting, truthful, I 100% believe it story to tell. And it's sad. But I'm glad that she realizes it and she's not trying to glamorize it. So, oh, but I got a man. I'm glad that that is what she is not doing. Don't forget, I always say the world is watching. Well, news flash. Guess what? So are the children. So I want you to listen to what she has to say. She's getting a divorce, and she basically says that she pretty much feels like a man. And if you listen to what she says, her role and her husband, you would think, okay, this must be a household with two men, with two dads. And this right here, to me, is typical. That's why some black women don't want to hear about marriage. Nah, they've already seen. You gotta be the mama and the dad. You gotta do everything. If this what is want to be like, honey, I would be single for life. I commend her on leaving. This is not acceptable. This will wear you down. I wonder if all this stress might be the reason why she may have had a stroke. But don't forget, and she's right. She felt that he, I guess, may have, sought her for that reason. The world is watching. Even the children are watching. So listen to what she says about her. One of the sons getting into a fight. He bypasses his brother and his dad. Why? He knows who's the real man, who handles things. Some black women had to say, we don't even know what being feminine is. Why? Because child time, you're born, you up marching, marching. Do this for everybody. What can anybody do for you? So this here, the woman is tired. I wish her well in her divorce. The sad thing is when you're divorcing dust, good luck leaving with anything. But if you can leave with your peace of mind and your sanity. And the standard that I think that the men in our community hold black women to, not to other women of other cultures, it's different. Oh, it's way different. So listen to what she has to say. And I'm not surprised. And then they want to complain. I am not surprised. Check it out.
Why I'm getting a divorce. But truly, one of the biggest ones is I've been in this masculine energy for so long that I have lost my identity. Like, I really feel like a damn man for most of the time in this relationship. I have endured things that no woman should have to deal with
Mm.
when it comes down to things like protection. Imagine now, my son, one of them, teenage son, not 5 years old, teenage son, thought he was going to be in an altercation with another guy.
Now listen to this real quick. This is her son. Always calling on mama.
I had no idea. He walks past his dad, he walks past his brother, and he says, Mom, come with me. This guy is talking shit, and I want, I think it was his computer or something. He wanted something back. Without hesitation, I jump in the car. My gimpy, post stroke surviving self jumped in the car to take this boy to meet this kid for a potential altercation with no hesitation. I drive him over there and he actually gets into a fight. Just think about that. In a crisis, in a potential situation of harm, his instincts is to seek me out, like to forego his dad or his brother, but seek me out. Like I'm the fucking goon in the family. I've been masculine for so long that we actually will go somewhere. I'll come out to the car and my husband and my son are sitting in passenger seats. Nobody's in the driver's seat. They're waiting for me. I've been in this masculine energy so long that I don't even recall more than 4 or 5 times. I'm 56, even talking about or discussing menopause or understanding that some of the emotional changes or the changes in my skin or all these different changes are coming from that. No concept of it. My brother-in-laws used to talk mad shit to me, just the most inappropriate, most vulgar things that they could say to me. And because I think maybe because of the military, likely, I would just talk shit back.
Mm.
But the fact that my husband allowed it in his presence for them to say the most deplorable things, the most disgusting, vulgar things to me, and him not feel the need to protect me from them, that's crazy. And it didn't even occur to me until my boys got older. Like, so we're talking about years. When my boys got like 8 and 11 years old and they were actually in the room and noticing this, that's when I spoke up because it occurred to me that my sons were witnessing the disrespect and how their uncles were treating women. And I didn't want that to be their standard. And when I approached my husband about it, he said, "Oh, well, you seemed fine and you were giving it right back to him. But were you fine with it, sir?" I've
Obviously.
been masculine for so long. I'm constantly thinking about filters. HVAC filter, water dispenser filter, the air filters in the car. I was reading this whole list about if you've been imbalanced for so long, and I'm checking all the boxes. The self care, that's for shit. The freaking burnout, the stress that I've been carrying, and just the impact it has had on my physical body. Like, I walk around every day with a headache of some degree, literally every day. And sure, it may be related to the stroke, or the stroke is related to the stress, either way. I mean, when the kids were younger, I was doing both putting Hot Wheel tracks together, building Legos, and also bedazzling dance costumes, cooking, and cutting grass. So, yeah, I'm fucking tired.
Oh my gosh. That's a black woman's life. Fight, fight, fight. That's why, say what you want, fight for these men. They can fight for themselves. I did a video on Patreon. Okay. And yes, I do feel that black man was executed. At the same time, bruh, you had the gun. He said, hands up. You should have put the gun down. But the fact that your hand went up with the gun pointed, next thing you know, a barrage of bullets, for all I know, they probably entered the clip. Let black men address. Somebody said on Twitter, oh, they better find him and do something about it. It's not in the news. Let the men handle it. Why? Because black men busy handling everything else. So no protection, that's the norm, because black women are always, time something happened. And I think some of that has changed, but especially when BLM on the front line. From what I recall, you would go back and look at those marches, you would see in most cases more black women than black men. And let's not pretend they were all busy at the office. Don't even try it. And you wonder why some black women don't want to hear about a marriage. I'm sorry to tell you, a man like this here, he is no good for you. A man, when I saw this, first it hit my mind, I wonder if he was the reason why she had that stroke, all that stress. That hit my mind. He might be the reason behind it. It's crazy.
Things like protection. Imagine now, my son, one of them, teenage son, not 5 years old, teenage son, thought he was going to be in an altercation with another guy. I had no idea. He walks past his dad, he walks past his brother, and he says, "Mom, come with me. This guy is talking shit, and I want."
Isn't that something? He goes straight to his mother. Ask yourself why.
In the car.
And she jumps in the car to go save the day. Why? Because he already knows mom is the one that's handling things. He goes straight to his mother, past his brother, past his dad, go get mom. Why? Behavior is learned. The world is watching, it's for the kids. Or go get mama to do it. Then you wonder why when they grow up and become men, they see a black woman, they don't think that she deserves to live in her femininity. No, not you. Why? Because my mama grew up running, doing things, and you can do it too. That is what is expected. But then let them get some money, and then they'll see other cultures. All of a sudden, they get acclimated to the way that culture handles things. Well, they don't have them doing that, so I'm not going to have her doing that. Honey, marriage, most of them, is just not good for you. If this is how you're going to live married life, honey, I would be single for life. No, thank you. This is crazy. So the son already knows, go to mama, go to mama. Why? She handles everything. And he gets into to a fight. And then if you notice when that happened, she didn't say he came to her, she jumps in the car with her health problems. Her other teenage son, and a husband, if you notice, nobody intervened. Nobody said, oh, no, 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 no. If you notice that, you did. She said he ran past his brother and his dad. And if you notice, she did not say nobody intervened. And there she goes, like a trained robot, run to the rescue. That's a black woman's life. Fight, fight, fight. And these men be standing back looking at you. Standing back, letting you go fight. Send you off to battle. Standing back looking at you. This is your king. Good luck with that queen. Child, that king sound defunct and lazy as heck. I noticed that. The brother, the teenage son, neither did the dad go, oh, no, 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 son, we'll handle, let your mother stay here and be protected. Let her go ahead and go on out there. Why? She used to be going. They will use you like a rented mule. And what does that mean? A mule is very slow. So you try to work it as hard as you can, like, because it's so slow. You're renting it, you don't own it, so you got to pay and work it as hard as you can. A black woman's life, fight, fight, fight. Nobody said, no, me and your brother gonna go over there, let your mother stay here. Listen, they just let her go on over there and go. And she went into action. Hold on. She just, like Superman, put that cape on and went to running. Not one time that she said, and I was going over there, and my husband and my other son, they stopped me. Now I let her go ahead and go. Altercation. They didn't stop her. Why? Didn't care. This is not love. I'm sorry to tell you. This
A
is crazy.
crisis, in a potential situation of harm, his instincts is to seek me out.
Because he sees the father is weak and you've been doing everything. That's how it's going to be. Call mama, get mama. Yes, and in a potential crisis of harm, the husband exposed her to an older son and didn't stop her. Didn't say, oh, no, 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 we can't have you going to mama. Yes, that's the part that I just cannot get over. What if she hadn't gotten attacked? Oh, well. Then they'd be on the news with a GoFundMe. He'd be on to his next woman. Exposing his wife and his mother. A potential crisis. Who? Weak men. I mentioned before I was traveling on business, and it was this older man come talking to me, older, dusty Dan. And I'm at the hotel. I just want to have my breakfast and my coffee and just enjoy my, peaceful morning. I'm by myself. And he kept talking and talking and talking. It's like, oh my gosh, this dude, I just really don't want to talk to you. I just wasn't. And I guess it was obvious in my mannerism. So I just told him, like, oh my God, my heart is saying anything. And he's still going. He's still going. He's trying to get me to engage. And I was bothered. And so one of the other young guys, Brad, he's like, ma'am, is he bothering you? And it was obvious. And I was like, and so he was getting up. He was like, he was like, I guess to let the guy know she might want to kind of be alone, not talk right now. And the guy's still going, is he bothering you? And he's getting up from the table. I said, oh no, it's fine. It's fine. He said, are you sure? Maybe she just want to enjoy her breakfast. And the other guy's, man, still talking. Then I see Brad getting up, come a little closer. And I said, oh, this the kind. I can tell he's from the South, and he used to protecting the women. And when he got up, he was getting up from the table. He was behind me, kind of diagonal. I thought, oh no, if he comes over here, it's obvious that I don't want to talk to this man. If he comes over here, he's probably going to say something to this older guy. Then the older guy going to say something, and then it might be something. So I just said, so when I saw him coming, I said, oh no, I said, listen, it's okay. I said, no, I was just chewing. I said, no, everything's fine. Oh, everything's fine. But what's the whole point? The point is he saw I was freaking bothered. It's like, oh my God, you can tell my mind is like, oh, this guy's still talking. He saw I was bothered. And as a man, he thought, I'm going to intervene. She's trying to be too nice. That's a darn strange. I don't even know him. But here is your man, her husband, exposing her to danger. Someone made a comment to me doing those Black Lives Matter marches. He said, Why? And I saw a similar comment as well on the internet. Why do they have the women out here fighting for them? Why do they have these should be the men out here? Black woman protection? Some don't even know what it is. Why? We used to go on a black woman's life, fight, fight, fight. The Black Lives Matter march, it didn't start because black women were getting gunned down. Oh, hell no. If black women were the recipient of those bullets and hands up and all that, don't shoot, I hate to tell you, it probably would never have been a darn BLM march. Oh, well, but it was the Canes. We got to do something. I thought about that. If it was just black women getting it, wouldn't be a march. I really don't think so. But it's true. Let the women stay home. I saw a video about a black man. They were going to protest something, and I think this guy, it around the Nipsey Hussle thing, and he was from the streets, but obviously he knew how to be a darn man. He said, yes, I think he was in a gang, and it was a young black man from the streets. Obviously somebody taught him something. He said, no, no, no. He said, the women, you staying at home. Thank you. So that's how it's done. He said, the women and children, we're going to do this, and you're staying at home. You think he's a norm? He's not, sorry to tell you. Oh, he's not. Yes, they said he was in a gang, but he has sense enough to know now, we're not going to expose. He said the women and children stay at home, the men are going. Thank you. And especially by them, if he's affiliated like that, he already knows, man, it could be, what if some rival comes along and then there's bullets flying? That's what real men do, protect. Let her go out there. Didn't try to stop her at all. Again, what if had been a shooting? What if she had gotten attacked too? But look, the son who to go to, not dad, not my brother. Nope. Find a black woman. A black woman's life. Fight, fight, fight. This is crazy.
Like to forego his dad or his brother, but seek me out.
Yep.
Like I'm the fucking goon in the family. I've been masculine for so long that we actually will go somewhere. I'll come out to the car, and my husband and my son are sitting in passenger seats. Nobody's in the driver's seat.
You go, mama. Go, mama. Go, mama. I keep telling you, I consider them the poverty princess, sitting up here size 13 shoe Timberland boots on, 16 size 16 feet boots on, and up her chilling. The princess, like I said before, I don't want to hear they have it harder than black women because, oh, that's hell to the no. I disagree with that. Black women have it harder. We have to deal with the outside world and those influences, discrimination and racism, and putting Becky up on a pedestal. We have to deal with all of that. Your man don't fight for you. Then you got to go home and put on a whole new suit to fight. Cook, clean, all kind of stuff. Son getting into a fight. Here she is. Post-stroke now. What? Don't even care about her health. Here she is running out to the car to drive over there. Nobody stops her. Why? So used to going and going and going. Going somewhere, they sitting up in the passenger seat like a princess. And you better believe, I guarantee she works a full-time job. This might be 50-50 at best. But see, she's waking up to it. Waking up to it. And I'm glad she's being honest.
I've been in this masculine energy so long that I don't even recall more than 4 or 5 times, I'm 56, even talking about or discussing menopause.
No, because discussing those health issues, it's about you. That's the thing about it. This whole marriage is about the man. This menopause, that's not about them. So it's not important. It's not important. Oh, she got an attitude.
Understanding that some of the emotional changes or the changes in my skin or all these different changes are coming from that. No concept of it. My brother-in-laws used to talk mad shit to me, just the most inappropriate, most vulgar things that they could say to me. And because I think maybe because of the military, likely, I would just talk shit back. But the fact that my husband allowed it in his presence for them to say the most deplorable things, the most disgusting, vulgar things to me, and him not feel the need to protect me from them, that's crazy. And it didn't even occur to me until my boys got older.
Because you're so used to it. What are we teaching our daughters? Not how to be feminine, not how to choose men, the men to avoid. What are we teaching our daughters? And all this, they can learn how I learned. That's very selfish. So he's talking disrespect to her, and her husband not chiming in. I think her husband, if you ask me, I wouldn't be surprised her husband hates women. You can't be this dumb. He doesn't care. He's talking crazy to, they're talking, saying disparaging marks to her, and he doesn't even intervene. What does that tell you? He's okay with it. He doesn't say, hey, no, 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 you're not going to disrespect my wife, so they keep it on. And then what men would do that? I'm trying to tell you. And black women, we got to face it. The self-hatred is real. If the men don't love themselves, I mean, they try to, breathe themselves out, which is fine with me. Because if you're self-hating, you need to go. If you're self-hating, please breathe out. I wish Becky and them come get them a little bit faster. Why? That's one less availability, less access for them to come and contaminate a black woman's life. But other men, you think he would do that? And see this right here, just my experience. I know there are men that they're not going to have that. Oh no, no, no. Real men won't. I've seen a man going to disrespect a black woman, and there was some black men that said, "Okay, wait a second, no, we're not going to have that. You can disagree. Let's not go below the belt." He kept it up. He was going to keep on going. Again, there are cultures within cultures, but this right here, what she's saying, seems to be our norm. He kept it up. Next thing you know, it was more than one approached him. She is a woman, and she was saying some stuff too. I will say, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna keep disrespecting her. We're not gonna do it. Gee, what does that tell you? Those are real men. The sad thing is, I don't think they're the norm. To them, that may seem normal. Those are black men that stepped up. That's not the norm. What she's talking about appears to be the norm. Why? Because it happens a whole lot. Every time you look up, I've heard so much about it. I've heard black women trying to check the men. And y'all didn't say anything. You didn't. Nope. He couldn't even protect her from disparaging marks from his brothers. A black woman's life. Fight, fight, fight. Talking crazy to her. And he allowed it. He allowed it. And you wonder why they don't be respecting me. You don't do jack. You ain't not with respect. I hate she stayed this long. And then think about it. Divorce him, what the heck you gonna get? Nothing. What do you get? Dust. Crazy.
Like, so we're talking about years. When my boys got like 8 and 11 years old and they were actually in the room and noticing this, that's when I spoke up because it occurred to me that my sons were witnessing the disrespect.
And they will grow up and do the very same thing that they saw their father do. What you want to bet? Well, behavior is learned. That's why I say, what are we teaching our daughters? Behavior is learned. That's how it's done. That's how we do. And the cycle continues on.
How their uncles were treating women. And I didn't want that to be their standard. And when I approached my husband about it, he said, "Oh, well, you seemed fine and you were giving it right back to."
Black woman's life. Fight, 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 fight. It's like that video. I don't know if you guys recall that black teenage girl. There was a girl, may have been of Eastern descent, and some white girl was talking really bad about her in her face and started attacking her and beating her in the classroom. The teacher didn't do anything. But then a young black woman gets up, grabs the white girl, stops the beating, and then she commences to beat down her. Then the teacher gets involved. That teacher needs to be fired. Why does a black woman do that? That's what she's used to. Her training, how she grew up, observing. Why? A black woman's life. Fight, 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 fight. The other girls didn't get up to do it, to intervene. But a black girl gets up, grabs Becky, and gives Becky the beat down of the day. Why does she do that? That's what she's gotten acclimated to. Time something happen, jump into action, jump into action. That's what she's gotten used to. Jump into action. Would she have done it for her? No. Again, why does that happen? A black woman's life. Fight, fight, fight.
Um, but were you fine with it, sir? I've
Obviously.
been masculine for so long. I'm constantly thinking about filters. HVAC filter, water dispenser filter, the air filters in the car. I was reading this whole list about if you've been imbalanced for so long, and I'm checking all the boxes. The self care, that's for shit. The freaking burnout, the stress that I've been carrying, and just the impact it has had on my physical body. Like I walk around every day with a headache.
The stress that she's had because she's carrying everything. She worried about air filters in the car, water. What is he doing? What's he doing? Well, my dad got us vehicles. Of course, he would never have my mom doing that. She was a housewife. Well, my father got us vehicles. I wasn't sitting up there 19, 18, all change. He was taking it to the place for us. Oh, yeah, give me your keys. I'm taking your car to get an oil change. He wouldn't have me up there. I can't get an oil change in my car. My father did that. What the hell? I may have washed the car, go to but stuff like that, my dad handled it. I didn't handle that kind of stuff. So I had bought my first little bungalow, and that was at age 25 and on my own. My dad did that. For my mother, my dad did that. Who do you think bought the cars? My mom didn't work. My dad took care of us. So this right here infuriates me. And see, black women are so used to it. I will say this. Sometimes you get into, let's say, an interracial relationship, or you get with a man that knows how to be a man. If you find a black man like that, you can bump heads. Why? Because you know what? You're so used to doing everything. You just can't sit down and just be a woman and just rest your femininity. Don't even know how. Go, 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 go. You want to know black women, they have a full-time job and a part-time job and kids, and he'll be sitting up there with no job. Gee, why is that? That's the black woman's life. Fight, 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 fight. Oh, she can do it, she can do it. And he's sitting up here like a princess. A pampered hood rat princess. A pampered no good, will not defend his woman and children for anything princess. The cape should have been burned decades ago. Nothing has really changed. Again, just like in the 60s, a woman was doing that. They had the documentary and they were saying the same. How in the hell you living in public housing and you taking care of a man? What? Huh? That's probably the reason why you're in public housing, because you had a dust bucket man. And you agree you're having his children, thinking something a miracle gonna happen, and you taking care of him, and then he can't even find a place for you to live. Sitting up here, he quick to breathe but can't even feed, and you're wasting your time with it. What are we teaching our daughters? Seriously. Why so many black women having a hard time now? Because of your man. She had a man, and look at her life afterwards. After she had a man, guess what? Next thing in line was poverty. Got to call on Zaddy, call on other people. But hey, she had a man, and what good did it do her? This is insane.
Of some degree, literally every day. And sure, it may be related to the stroke, or the stroke is related to the stress, either way.
And I think your husband and the lifestyle of you having to be the black woman that fight, 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 fight may also contribute to your health issues. I really do.
I mean, when the kids were younger, I was doing both putting Hot Wheel tracks together, building Legos, and also bedazzling dance costumes, cooking, and cutting grass.
What was he doing? Cooking. So that lady was pulling out a lawnmower. What was he doing? I wonder. Please tell me you couldn't have been working a full-time job. But what black woman doesn't have a job? Very few. Some, let's say, like it's the norm. We have some, but it ain't a whole lot compared. She So the son gets into a fight. He lets her go ahead and go there. He exposes her to that, some potential violence. Let her go. He's staying back protected. Time to go somewhere like a princess in the passenger seat, worrying about air filters, doing Legos, her health, menopause. That's not being discussed. Why? Because well, that's about her, and we already know she's not important. Like a working mule. And she said she was what? She was cooking and cutting grass. So she had that lawnmower going.
Sizzling dance costumes, cooking and cutting grass. So yeah, I'm fucking tired.
You deserve to be tired. You ought to be tired. It's a wonder she hasn't snapped. What's he been doing? See, they don't respect me. The whole world is watching. The whole world. I'm so happy to see, and I've hopefully get a chance to post those videos. I still haven't gotten to the emails. It's been a lot going on. But I'm so happy to see these young black women with no man and they're traveling, having a good time. What's the use, as my daddy said, what's the use of having one if it's not going to benefit you? What are you here for? To take up space? You got a man and let's look at the life. Are you happy? You can't. This is crazy. To me, this is obtuse. And I also see it as abuse. His brother's talking crazy to her, disparaging remarks, won't even intervene. Well, you seem to be giving it right back to them. This is crazy. But I shouldn't be surprised. Why? No protection for the black woman, usually like a workhorse. Why? That's a black woman's life. And part of that life is what? Fight, fight, fight. Let me know what you all think. It's exhausting. I feel for her. I think she gets her divorce, honey. Get away from him. You may be living your best life, peace of mind, freedom. You're carrying, I think, a weight, baggage. A black woman's life, even if she has a man, is still going to be, in my opinion, fight, fight, fight. And I'm out.